going on, everybody? I took Yummy Tri-Brigade to my locals yesterday, which ended up doing better than I expected. I didn't really have a deck built for the current Forbidden and Limited list, where Yummy got hit pretty hard. Putting Snatchy to 1 really puts a dent in things, and Herald being banned, it was necessary, but it also got rid of a pretty important end board piece against Dracotail specifically. But I decided that I didn't care if I won or lose. I was just going to play Yummy, and I got second at a 4-round local with a lot of Vanquished Canine, which is still a pretty decently favored matchup for Yummy, except for the fact that Ryzen is at 3, which can put a lot of pressure on Yummy. I think I played pretty well. I think the deck list felt pretty good for being nerfed as much as it was. So yeah, I will get into what I played. So for the Yummy stuff, I played 3 Marshmallow. It's a really good card. The fact that it plays into K9 hurts a little bit, but it doesn't really matter all that much. 3 Cupsy is kind of mandatory. 3 Cookie and 3 Lollipo. The ratios for this felt fine. Having 12 names to be able to just 1-card combo just felt pretty good, but sometimes I didn't really like drawing multiples of one name, so I feel like in the future I could cut like a Cookie and a Lollipo and just play 2 Puri Rice map just to play like 5 copies of Cupsy. But yeah, other than that, the Yummy ratios just felt fine. For the spell cards, I played 1 Mignon and 1 Surprise. This is really all you need in main board. Post side, if you're going first, or if I was going first, I would side in the other field spell to try and help play around Nib, but I didn't really experience it. I didn't really get nibbed. I don't think I got nibbed at all, but it's also just a really good end board piece post side because it's also a pop, and then Mignon, just helps OTK, and Surprise is broken. For the Tri-Brigade cards, I played 3 Fractal. This being able to send any Beast Warrior, or Winged Beast it helped a lot. There was a hand that I had against one of the Vanquished players where my hand was Nerval and Mignon and like no other, like just hand traps. And luckily he didn't have any hand traps. So I went normal Nerval, make Almirage, search the Fractal, discard Cupsy, activate field spell, revive the Cupsy, and I was just able to full board. So yeah, this being able to send any tri-type is really nice because it got me out of a few sticky situations where I either didn't have any starters, or I could send an extra Yummy name like a Cookie or a Lollipo that I couldn't get to in combo. So yeah, really nice. 1 Nerval. Nerval gets a whole lot better post B Pro, because this is essentially, this is full combo, in a way. You can basically any one of these cards. Post B Pro is one card, because of the fact that Tri-Brigade Spriggan's kit is a light beast, and the material for Snatchy is a light beast. So usually the combo is let's see, like it's Fractal send kit, send Nerval add the new kit, normal the new kit, make Snatchy, kit chain 1, revive the Nerval, chain 2 Snatchy, place field spell, and then you've got a link 1 and a level 1 on board. So you just go off to the races at that point. I played a Karis. Karis didn't really come up all that much. I was able to put up the whole end board usually without having to discard off of Karis, but Karis being an extender helped out a lot when it did. But playing into a Vanquish Soul board, it's really kind of unfortunate, but post B Pro you could either still play Karis or you could cut it and swap it out for the new kit. And then the last of the Tri-Brigade engine is just one of the trap card. Multiple things with this card. It being, it says after the effect resolves, link summon a Tri-Brigade link monster, which is really nice with this list, because it makes your Shurag reusable in a way, but it also, if your opponent banishes your Snatchy, you can just do this and put it back in your graveyard for your synchros to bring back. So this card is really, really good. I sided out going second. Granted, I probably made mistakes in my siding where I probably should have discarded I sided out my Karis. But yeah, the engine just felt really good. For the hand traps, triple Fua, standard triple Ash, 3 Bell, and I played 2 Mourner and a DD Crow. So the Mourners they were for Radiant Typhoon, just having like 5, 6, 8 hand traps against Radiant Typhoon, which I've heard that the matchup is heavily favored for the Radiant Typhoon against Yummy, and they being able to play in the draw phase, Valor isn't able to touch that, so playing the Mourners just felt really good when I did play against Radiant Typhoon, but there was no Typhoon players. This is also pretty good against Draco Tail. They go Fusion Summon Arthalion. You can go. This is basically an Imperm, because they go chain like 1, 2, 3, chain block and grave. You just Mourner the Arthalion, and they're kind of just down a lot of cards. So when this came up, it felt good, but with the post ban list, it didn't feel very good. Yesterday, I ended up siding this out a lot because this just does nothing against Vanquish Soul K9. So yeah, they were alright when they worked, but post ban list they're not really necessary. DD Crow felt really good because it's just a searchable hand trap. The old combo for the Tri-Brigade stuff, you could banish a card from grave, make blink 1, and then you go Mauser, send 2, and you send a Shurag, and because you have 1 banished card, you could search any like level 1, or depending on how many banished tri types you had, you could search up to that level. This just being a searchable hand trap felt really nice, because if you make Sure Egg and your opponent outs it, you can just search for a hand trap for free or follow up. It felt really good to play the DD Crow. For the let's see, non-engine spells and traps, I played 3 Droplet, 1 Called By, and then triple Imperm. Pretty just standard hand trap non-engine lineup. Imperms, they were fine, they were Imperms. Droplet, I feel like, is not very good going into the Canine board, and it just sucks against the Draco Tail end board, because they just have flame, so they just negate the Droplet. And against the Vanquish Soul stuff, they just have, like, if they go uninterrupted, just 1 Droplet and a handful of like cards is not enough to cut it, because they just have so much that they can work with on your turn. So I figured I might end up cutting the Droplets for something else, and probably the Mourners for like Perulias or something, because Perulia is just really good against Canine. Less good against Draco Tail, but sometimes they just give you a free draw. That is it for the main deck. It is 40 cards. Like I said, the Tri-Brigade stuff felt really good to play. I like with how the extra deck is built, it felt like that if my opponent outed my end board, like they have to play through some interruptions. Like with the cards I played, it just felt like I could just put the board back to the way it was, which just felt really nice. For the extra deck, Synchros, these are the only 3 that you really should play right now. You could play like a heavier Synchro build with like TG Hyper Librarian, but like these are probably the only necessary ones. Cupsy adds 2, Cookie Books of Moon 2, and Lollipo revives 2. So like Cooksy's your way to get to more extenders. Cookie is interruption for your opponent's turn, and then Lollipo just helps you OTK on the follow-up, or if you're going second. But yeah, only 3 Synchro monsters for the links. I played 2 Sure Egg. This 2 might not be necessary, but at certain times 2 is, just because of some combos that you might need to do, where you only open like Tri-Brigade and you can't really, like, this just searches engine if you play right, which is really good, but it's also a really broken end board piece. I'm sure anybody who's played in Tri-Brigade format 2016, 2017 will remember how strong Sure Egg is. Non-targeting banish, if he's summoned or another Beast Warrior Winged Beast is summoned, just banish a card on the field, is just insanely broken. And the cool thing is about Yummy is that the Snatchy Link 1, if it places the field spell, it locks you out of Link summoning, I think it's 3 or higher Link monsters. The Tri-Brigade main deck monsters, they all say banish any number, special summon up to, with the Link rating up to number banish. So you can, if you go Snatchy effect to place, and you put like a Karis on board, you can banish 4 and still special summon this, because this isn't Link summoning, it's special summoning, which is insanely good. One thing you do have to look out for is The trap card does link summon, so if your opponent is playing into your board, if you place a field spell from deck, you can't really use the trap card to make Shureg, so you just have to be wary of that because the trap card does link summon. But yeah, 2 Shureg. For the rest of the Tri-Brigade extra deck, I played 1 Bucephalus. This card will make sense in a minute. 1 Mauser. This card is broken. It's new. It's from what? Doom of Dimensions. On Link Summon, it dumps 2 from your deck or extra deck. You can do 1 from both or both from the same. And if it's sent to grave, it's a Book of Moon. So this just helps you set up end board. 1 Bear Brum. You're usually not making this, but you can send it off of the Mauser to search for the trap card. 1 Fergie. I didn't really make this a whole lot, except for the times that I needed to like help extend. In which case she came up when I needed her, and she just helps you set up your end board. Because if you've got like a Tri-Brigade stuck in your hand, you can go link 2 into this, summon, banish with your Tri-Brigade, summon a link monster, and then keep going, which is really nice. And then pretty much an honorary Tri-Brigade monster is the Ancient Warriors link 2 Double Dragon Lords. It is a send a card from your hand or field to grave, target a face-up card your opponent controls, and return it to the hand. This card is really good. Usually the end board ends on Mauser and Duo. And against Vanquish Soul, it's pretty good because if they go normal Mad Love, let's say, they add field spell, they go field spell, target the Mad Love, you can go chain 1 Double Dragon Lords, send your Mauser, target the field spell, return it to the hand. I don't remember if the field spell says you can only activate 1 per turn, but the effect won't resolve because the field spells have to stay face up. And then you can go Mauser, Book of Moon, their Mad Love before they can link summon. So it's pretty good. Yeah, all these felt good. I don't think I would really cut anything for anything. For the rest of the extra deck, how much is there? Okay, so 1 SP, just generic extra deck card is insane. 1 Snatchy. Snatchy is Snatchy. It makes the deck go around. 1 Almirage. You can just turn hand traps into a Link 1 to help you extend. And then 1 Link Rebo. This card is kind of acting like a second Snatchy right now. Just because of the fact that you can go Synchro Monster, summon back, whatever. If you got another Link 1 or level 1 on board, you can go Snatchy, effect a quick Synchro, Link Rebo, engrave, tribute a level 1, summon, and then you can use it to Synchro Summon. Or you can use it to protect your end board from battle, which is really good. And then kind of the spot that helped the end board recursion is the Chimera, the King of Phantom Beasts. I saw a list, I think it was in the OCG, that played this card, and I figured I'd give it a shot, and then I just loved it. This card is really cool. How you put it in grave is you go Mauser, send Bucephalus. Bucephalus can send this, and then this you banish it, special summon a beast from grave. Quick effect during the opponent's turn. It's really cool, and I think helped me once or twice keep my end board like live. So yeah, that is the extra deck. Felt good. Side deck was basically kind of just a bunch of Dracotail hate, because I was expecting a lot of Dracotail. 3 Retaliating Sea. Ended up not siding this at all yesterday because I didn't play against any Dracotail. I don't even think there was Dracotail yesterday. 2 Nib. Nibiru is Nibiru. Sometimes your opponent just doesn't respect it and plays into it really hard. 2 Perulia. Probably going to put these in the main, cut the mourner. Not too sure. I think I would replace these in the sideboard with like back row hate, like Lightning Storm or Evenly Matched. 2 Droll. Droll is at 2 now. It's just good against. It's good against Rogue. Mitsurugi, I think, should still be respected. Any combo deck, this kind of just shuts it down. It might not be as necessary now, but this card is still really good against Vanquish Soul Canine, so I'll probably still play it. 1 Field Spell. It's an Ember piece. Pop a monster, you point it out to a monster by card effect, you summon the Yummy from deck. It's just really good. And then the rest of the Dracotail hate. 3 Warning. 1 Judgment and 1 Anti-Spell Fragrance. There's really not much to say. Just warning their Ketu, Ash their Rahu, and it's pretty much game over. Yeah, that's the sideboard. Yeah, I probably want to play some back row hate going forward, just to kind of make the playing into a board a little bit easier. So yeah, that is the deck profile. There's not really much else to say about what I would change. I think the extra deck is, I think it's perfect kind of the way it is. There's really nothing I would cut and replace. I'm not sure what I would cut, and I'm not sure what I would replace that with, so I'm just going to keep it as is because it felt good. Side deck, put Perulia in the main and play back row hate, and then main deck, cut the 2 mourner, put the Perulias in main, and maybe try out the 2 pure ice map over the 1 cookie, 1 snatchy, or not snatchy, Lollipo, because I ended up siding them out anyways, 1 of each, and with pure ice map you just do the same thing. So yeah, that is the final deck profile before Burst Protocol comes out. I do have a deck in mind that I'm excited to try out once the new cards are officially released, and so hopefully I will be able to make some content on that. So thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys have a good day, and I will see you later.